Hey guys, this is Aaron from Threat Level Ridley. I decided to make this video because there aren't enough of them. A search for how to record from multiple mics is very inconclusive and finding a solution can be frustrating. When I first decided to start recording Let's Plays, the idea was to support 2 to 4 people at the same time. That's a lot of people, and when you're recording more than one person, that's when things get complicated. Recording one voice, easy it can be. You plug the mic in and you just start talking. I took a year of studio recording, so I'm incredibly far from an expert, but I know a thing or two I'd love to share with you. I'm all about reducing my time spent editing, and I'm sure you all want to do that as well. Now, I'm not claiming to have this end-all, be-all solution. You can go through my Let's Plays and you can find an assortment of problems. There's buzzing, people are high, people are low. It's far from perfect. But I've been fine-tuning it, and it's been working out pretty well for us. As the title of this video states, this is how I record audio from multiple mics, and I want to put an emphasis on the I part of this. And first we're going to get into my setup here. So I record Let's Plays, and 90% of the time it's 2 or more people. For that I use a USB mixer. The Behringer Xenix 1204 USB 12-channel mixer to be specific. It cost me about $150, but I'm positive you can find a smaller mixer for way cheaper. I've seen other mixers for as low as $50 and $60, as you can see here. It has a lot of buttons on it, and it looks scary, but rest assured it's not. If I can figure it out, I'm confident you can as well. Now, I have 4 main mic inputs I use, and for me, they're labeled and color-coded by the person who uses that mic. It's easier for me this way. Now, what I have here are 4 lavalier mics, or lapel mics, call them whatever you want. My decision to use lav mics was made with the idea that we would incorporate video in the future. Lav mics are easy to hide, they look professional, and personally I think it's really tacky when Let's Players wear headsets or have those big mics obscuring their faces. Now I'll directly describe the flow of my audio. So obviously it starts at my microphone. This Sony lav mic is hooked up to a 3.5mm to XLR adapter. The XLR adapter connects to an XLR extension cable, and that extension cable plugs into line 1 of the mixer. From there, I put on the headphones connected to the mixer and I listen to my voice and I adjust it until it sounds good to me. Then the audio goes out through this USB cable and to my computer where it's captured by Audacity. Now from here I can adjust my mids, my lows, my highs, mic sensitivity, and each line's volume output. I have the mixer labeled so I can mute whoever isn't present or if someone needs to get up and leave. Now let's start with the downsides to recording this way, and I'm going to start off right off the bat with the biggest issue. This crap is expensive. The mixer was about $150, the lav mics cost me about $30 each, and each miscellaneous cable and adapters, they run about maybe $5 max, but when you have as many as I do, it adds up. Second is the nature of the lavalier microphones. So with my setup, 2 of them are cardioid, meaning the shape it picks up is shaped like a heart, and the other 2 are omnidirectional, which means it picks up in a sphere. If the game audio is too loud, the mics can and will pick them up. During multiple recording sessions, you can hear weird things I try my best to edit out, like my dog's collar rattling, my fiance typing on her laptop, and my roommate's door opening and closing. That's just the nature of dealing with very sensitive microphones. In my opinion, the positives outweigh the negatives, and I personally love the fuller tone that comes with a lavalier mic. This is an audio sample of me using my Logitech G430 headset. From what I understand, it's generally considered a decent mid-tier headset, but to me it just sounds really hollow, and I always felt like it wasn't truly indicative of what my actual voice sounds like. And now I'm back to using my lav mic. The biggest thing that is both an upside and a downside to this setup is the quality of your audio is going to be indicative of the quality of the person engineering this. Audio engineers make a good living because this stuff is not easy. I imagine if a legitimate audio engineer were to come across this video, he or she is probably pulling their hair out listening to me talk. Sometimes I do hack jobs, and the audio sounds like garbled nonsense, and there's days where the audio sounds terrific. But all in all, it works for my channel's needs. We are a small channel, I do this as a hobby, and because I love it. I work full-time, I don't like my free time being dominated by editing, and I typically use XSplit and record video and audio in one go, making minor adjustments in post. This process works for me, but as I previously said, it won't work for everyone. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me talk, and if you ever want to ask me a question about my setup, or for any possible advice on your setup, you can leave a comment on this video or reach out to me at TLevelRidley on Twitter. Again, I'm no expert, and I learn more about it every time I use it and every time I run into an issue with this setup. If you want to see more videos about how I record, or if there's anything in specific you want me to try to elaborate on, such as creating soundboards, ripping audio from a controller, rerouting audio, I'd be more than happy to give you the best answer I can. And of course, I'm a Let's Player, just like you. Feel free to check out a couple videos here. Be warned, we get a little vulgar, and by that I mean a lot. But we're having fun. If you like what you see, like this video, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, tell me to kill myself on Twitter, whatever. Thank you so much for watching.